The Nekomata, a shape-changing cat from Japan. First recorded and mentioned in art in the Heian era, these malicious troublemakers have been around for a very long time, ranging anywhere from the size of an ordinary house cat to stretching nearly 3 meters long. These cats are known for having tails that extend upward and fork outward, giving double the sway as they lurk and travel. Nekomata, unlike the similarly troublesome Bakeneko, have a proclivity for harming and hunting down humans. In a diary entry by Fujiwara no Teika, somewhere in the Kansai region, he wrote how a beastly cat came from Nara. In a single night it had devoured several people. Was it a monster? He did not know, but he gave it the name Nekomata. If nothing else, there is fortune in the fact that the Nekomata rarely do interact with people. In fact, these creatures nestle themselves off into the mountains to be left alone, aloof as any cat, but with the size to hunt and seize dogs, boars, deer, and people. Not only is their size ferocious, but apparently Nekomata possess supernatural powers beyond their appearance. They can alter their shape to some degree, appearing merely as a split-tailed house cat or the monstrous, almost humanoid Goliaths that slay and kill man, and anything else they so desire. Additionally, and attested to in several stories and folktales, they have the ability to functionally haunt a space without doing much of anything, opening doors, shattering glasses, knocking things over, and moving things without care or concern for what happens next. But, as I said, don't be too concerned. Nekomata tend to head for the hills when their transformation is underway. Is this the last gasp of kinship for those they once loved, or perhaps just an innate desire to be left alone? So, as with most of these Mytho-Beast videos, what exactly is the reason behind this belief? It's pretty easy to see the view that the Nekomata is just an extension of cats in general. Outside of eating people and being the size of tigers, nothing a Nekomata does is really out of the ordinary for a house cat. Knocking things over, moving things without the owner noticing, scratching on doors, or whatever else. Cats are traditionally just more aloof and kind of mischievous than dogs. Maybe that's because dogs have spent nearly 80,000 years around people and cats not nearly that long, and thus they still have many of their natural, predatory, solitary, but not always, nature. Just to ease your mind though, those of you that own cats, sit down and have a chat with them. That's what some Japanese people used to do. Tell them how long you wish to keep them, and that you'll care for them, house them, feed them in that time. And if they feel the need to move on, come along, to become a Nekomata, that they'll have to make themselves scarce. Now, if odd phenomenon are happening and you think your cat is to blame, here's some trusty tips to make sure that you don't have a Nekomata on your hands. When it's dark and you pet your cat against the grain of its fur, does its skin glow? Does your cat have a proclivity for licking the oil in your oil lamps? Has your cat's tail gotten longer? Does it move around snake-like and kind of creep you out? Does your cat like hanging around the garbage can? What about your old shoes? Or the laundry bin? And finally, does your cat have 2 tails? That last one's the most important. If you answered no, it's probably not an Nekomata. Thanks for watching. Love your pets, stay hydrated, and be good people.